Health and Finance Committees. He joins us now to talk about, first of all, Senator, what's in the bill? I mean, you are one of the few politicians that I've heard actually with a decent amount of knowledge about what were in some of the bills that both the House and the Senate have faced. But the current version apparently has a bolted door guarding it, maybe armed guards in front of it. Do we know what's in this current version?
Hey, all the versions have had. The Help Committee bill in the Senate, the Pelosi bill in the House, the Reid bill have all had bolted doors against them. They have asked no Republicans to participate, and then they say that we're trying to hold it up. The fact of the matter is, even the Majority Whip, Dick Durbin, doesn't know what's in the bill. They don't have a score from the CBO. You know, the president said that the Democrats are on the precipice of making history. I'd suggest that they're on the precipice of being history if they keep this up.
Senator, what do you know about, again, the Democrats going to great lengths to woo Senator Ben Nelson, particularly with firm abortion language, and having worked on an amendment that was set aside about abortion restrictions? What can you tell us about that and about Senator Nelson right now?
Well, Ben has promised me 5 times that he will vote against cloture unless we get the language that he and I brought to the floor of the Senate. I know Ben doesn't want to be the 60th vote. I pity whoever is the 60th vote. If they get 60 votes, then every one of the Democrats will be the 60th vote in their states. There's no question about it. And I don't believe there's a Republican who will vote for this dog. And frankly, why should we? We don't know what's in it. This is 1/6 of the American economy. They've kept it away from us. They won't work with us. There are so many things that we could do together. And look, I speak from experience. Almost every health care bill that works in this country has my name on it, along with really good Democrats. But we were willing to work together. And all of a sudden they do this all on their own. And then they get mad and say, well, the Republicans are being recalcitrant. Well, look, the Republicans don't want this bill. The liberal Democrats, led by the former chairman, Governor Dean, don't want this bill. The independents don't want this bill. Well, who in the world wants this bill?
Well, Senator, certainly the American public does. And every poll that we have seen shows the American public more firmly against this bill than ever before. Are they on the precipice of doing what the lemmings do, just jumping off a cliff politically?
Makes you wonder. It just makes you wonder. All I can say is this. It's pathetic. This bill's unconstitutional. You know what they do?
Well, let me just stop you there. What makes the bill unconstitutional, Senator?
Well, first of all, they have the individual mandate in this bill. In other words, if the government can say to you, you're going to purchase this insurance that we've designed right here in Washington, and if you don't, we're going to penalize you. That has never been done before constitutionally. If they can do that, then that means that Congress can do anything it wants to you. You're just through. The Congress will be able to control all of our lives. Now, that's not what the Constitution stands for, and individual liberties will be gone. So it's a very, very important issue here, and people are starting to get awakened to it.
Senator, what are the chances that there is serious medical malpractice and tort reform in anything that comes out of Washington?
Oh, are you kidding? The Democrats, their largest funders come from the personal injury lawyers that try medical malpractice cases. And look, I used to defend those cases. I can tell you 90% of them are frivolous. They're brought to get the defense costs because it costs a lot of money to defend it. Insurance companies have to pay it. They blame the insurance companies for all this and that. Well, they have to pay those costs because what insurance company would go to a jury and take a chance of a runaway jury if they could get the case settled for the defense costs. And that's what's happening. The Democrats will never, ever do anything worthwhile on medical liability. And yet, if we could do that, it would save hundreds of billions of dollars over the years.
You know, even the president's own doctor, who we had on a couple of days ago, who's for single-payer health, by the way, was very disappointed with the president, saying that he didn't see any tort reform in there. I mean, even liberals who favor single-payer complain about there not being any tort reform in there, Senator.
Hey, in the House bill, they even penalize you if you try to do anything about tort reform. You know, if you try to change attorney's fees or anything else, you get penalized. So that's how really rotten the system is right now in this country. Look, if people are really injured and they are really damaged and the doctor has really been negligent, there ought to be a right to sue. On the other hand, when you have so many of these suits are frivolous in nature, costing the whole society my gosh, we ought to do something about it. And I think we could work that out to where it would be a very, very good solution. But it's not even on the table. You can't even get it on the table with the Democrats.
Senator Orrin Hatch from Utah, I guess you're going to be spending a very snowy winter session weekend this weekend. We wish you the very best. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks to all of you. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you as well.
Merry Christmas. Lots of compromises in the health care bill to get senators on board, but in the end, is it the taxpayers